4 nations, 1 alliance, 1 secret traitor, responsible for Tandem Arcanum's death, the envoy to protect us all. Are you curious to where your tax scholars are going? Here's your quarterly update on what the envoy has been up to since they were deployed. First, they leave the ports of Arcanum after attending the funeral of Tandem Arcanum. Some unknown perps tried to raise him from the dead, and the governor deployed the bravest warriors from the fight to figure out what happened to his son.
8 for damage.
8 for damage. You have a spear, right?
Yep. Okay, and then I would like to...
First, they traveled to Misthaven in Imperia in order to find a book on Terrador that would tell them best how to get into the country. They first tried the council room and meet Maverick's grandfather, but soon they realized they must try all of the eastern libraries to find this information.
Oh, grandfather! How are you?
Yeah, good.
Along the way, the group finds out about the missing monks of the Tranquil Lotus.
She's moved out? Like she's gone?
Eva's things are out as if she never lived there.
Okay, actually I want to go see another room and see if it's the same.
Empty. This is your high school diploma, but on it is a letter from Principal Vondel's hand, and all it says is, Theodora, when the time comes, I'm sure you'll return the favor and help me. Vondel.
With this newfound information, Theo insists on getting help from her mother Cecilia, the owner of the grandiose Library of Arcane Lore, to gather more information about Terrador, about these missing monks. But alas, they are ambushed by a mysterious, invisible figure.
Something has slammed into the side of your carriage, making it go, and the back half falling off, dangling over the cliff.
If she would tie her rope and throw it to wrap around.
With the help from the princess's tongue, the envoy escapes to Theo's house safely, where they stop for the night. But little did they know that their past would soon come to haunt our dear envoy members.
You see there's blood on his hand from where he just had scratched the back of his head. Maverick, it's not your fault. I always thought that, when it comes to my children, 3rd time's the charm, but in your case, it's 3rd time's the damned. It seems that everything you have done is to disappoint me and your mother. You turn around and you see that it is Cecilia.
Are we back? Sorry about that, folks. It looks like our hologram connection was interrupted briefly. Where was I? Oh, yes. After some shenanigans in the grandiose library, the envoy finds no information relevant to Terrador, nor the missing monks. After searching through a few libraries, finding nothing but books and soccer management, the envoy makes their way to the Tashad summer home just before the annual family ball.
Father.
Well, honey, bring out the good cutlery. The bastard's home.
Carter, where does Maverick Tashad Jr.'s mind go as his life comes to an end?
She just checks her reflection in a nearby window, just make sure her hood is over her head, and then she approaches the man and says, "Hey, Troy sent me. Said that you have something you would like someone to deal with for you."
That's fine. They're a very talented group. I have no hate towards them. I think they're great. I wouldn't mind performing if everyone attending should want me to. I wouldn't mind.
You'll have to accept our apologies. None of that was in today's agenda. Perhaps it's Terrador trying to taint our trust we have with our great Arcanian envoy. Anyways, back to the scoop. The envoy finds themselves at the Tashad family ball as a brief pit stop before disaster strikes.
Okay, so the note says, "You should have stayed on track." And another arrow that is flaming comes, and not the barrel next to you, but a barrel close to the front of the building, a wine barrel. Hits that, ignites, and explodes. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Due to the quick and heroic actions of our envoy, the attack at the ball of the clerics was under control with little to no casualties.
She's already failed 3 death saving throws, essentially. This is the last moment.
I'm gonna cast Suggestion.
Okay, great. What do you suggest?
Tell us everything you know.
The point was always to get the one true monk.
The storm has ceased for now. Next, our beloved envoy journeys through the remaining libraries before encountering the enchanted forest of Imperia, where they meet a few friends along the way and learn of devastating news.
You see, Quimbert Shemberley came all the way from Misthaven. We have reason to believe the paladins of the Eternal Sun are going to attempt to burn down the enchanted forest.
As you guys witness these 5 giants go into this center where the owlbear carcass had just landed, you see, like, once again, the hill giant run up excitedly. And he begins like ripping off the limbs with ease of the owlbear and is trying to like just gnaw at it and eat immediately. And you see the storm giant, which is essentially what you guys think as the leader, is like, "Gromish, please. You don't even have it cooked yet. Can you wait at least 30 minutes for us to get supplies for a fire?" I'm just so hungry.
In order to protect the enchanted forest, the envoy makes their way through the mind-altering challenges to warn the druids of Moonshadow about the attack that is to come.
Hey! Are you here for rehearsal? And as you turn your head, you turn and you see that there are all around you, little mushroom people. So? Are you here for rehearsal?
Rehearsal? Where am I?
Well, you're at rehearsal for the Big Forest Musical Bash Extravaganza. Where else? Huh?
Do you know how I got here? Have you seen any of my friends a while ago?
Wish you'd stop asking so many stupid questions! Bart, aren't you so excited that you get to stay here forever?
Please?
You see that the tuba player Gongo, who you've been mainly talking to, suddenly turns to you, stares you down, and he begins to grow. From 6 inches tall up to 6 feet tall to match your height, his mushroom skin stretching and leaving veiny stretch marks as he grabs onto your shoulders on either side.
Oh god.
Bart! Your friends needed you, and you can't even shoot a bow to protect them. What happens when they don't need you to get you a free hotel anymore? What happens when all your friends need help and you can't sing a song to get them out of it? Wake up, Bart! Wake up! And he pushes you, Gongo pushes you back, and you stumble, but instead of falling, like, onto the ground, you slide through the earth like it's made of water, and you sink into inky blackness. Lorik, as you are essentially sitting privy to a discussion that normally takes place inside of your head, you hear the strongest voice of the 3 going, "We can earn respect if we treat our friends kindly. What we really need most is more friends, more allies." And you hear the red spirit say, "We don't get anywhere without putting ourselves in a little bit of danger. We deserve power. We deserve respect, no matter how we come across it." The third spirit says, "Well, let's not do anything that puts Lorik into danger. It doesn't matter what we want or how we get it, as long as Lorik is safe primarily." And they're going back and forth in this way. Lorik is sitting at the edge of the table.
Can I go under the table?
Yeah.
Upon warning the druids, the envoy makes a risky move by teaming up with the clerics of the Whispering Storm, involving themselves in this great holy war. Theo, doing here? We didn't send for you.
Didn't you though?
What happened at the Tashad family ball was not our doing.
Let's get to it. The short of it, we got word that the paladins are trying to burn down the forest.
Or what?
And so if you'd let me finish. So I want to be clear that this is an act of courtesy and not an act of allegiance. We're here to warn you.
Let's see if I can hit him. I will aim directly at his groin. I will prevent the piss from coming out from the source.
Maverick and Kiana, Maverick, you're in a screaming match with this guy, and this guy goes, "I'm gonna piss your pal," and you see an arrow just right into his groin. This guy's pissing blood now, and he's just completely the worst imaginable pain you could possibly imagine. Rolls over as a slow, painful death. He is out for the remaining of the battle, but he's dying slowly. However, the fire of the forest wasn't the only thing that was heating things up.
So, what even is this to us anymore? I mean, we're on this envoy, you're a senator, I'm technically a criminal. Well, aren't you worried about what people will think?
I don't really care anymore. I've spent most of my life caring a lot about what people think, and that's led me to a lot of bad decisions. And I just want to be happy. And I think you'd make me happy.
And then she just randomly pulls his shirt down again, but this time instead of yelling in his face, she gives him a kiss on the lips.
With the Paladins retreated and the fire dwindled, the road to the Enchanted Forest rehabilitation begins. The envoy ties up loose ends with friends they met along the way before heading to the next library to find the information.
Okay, Kiana.
Care
Whatever
so
you
much.
say.
Why do you care so much? Why do you care?
I just thought it was a little strange. She went off, she comes back, something's
As if she's
different.
not
You
the
didn't
only
notice
one
anything?
who tells lies. How much do we know about you?
If Fondle's teachings are false, and she's, maybe she is a chosen one, but she's not like the right one. You talked about starting your own thing and wanting to do your own thing, keep the monks out of everybody else's stuff, and if you do that, I'd love to join your ranks, Theo.
I appreciate the sentiment.
And when you find this thing, it's similar to the wolf that you killed the other night, the dog that you were reminded of, that it reminds you of this dog that you killed the other night. But it's way smaller. It's like barely up to your shin.
I love friends. I'm Lorik.
Oh, all right. I love friends too. I'd tell you my name, but you can call me anything you want.
Okay. Let's call you. Need a good name. Need like a strong name. Rocks are strong. I'm gonna call you Rock.
Then the envoy finds out where all those missing monks went, and we have a showdown with Principal, or should I say, Vampire Countess Vondel of the Monk Academy.
Theodora, my star pupil, you were always so dedicated, so relentless in your pursuit to have balance and honor. You thought your discipline, that your precious monk traditions would keep you safe, and that they would give you strength to protect the ones you love. But look at them now. Your friends squirming, tormented under my command. How does it feel to know that every effort, every sacrifice, has led them straight into my grasp? Directly looks at you, Theo, with a menacing glare. Doesn't say any words, but hisses, showing off that one remaining fang. And then she bursts into a mist and is gone.
Quickly moving onward after her disappearance, the envoy rushes to get to Maverick's debate in time, going on ship and arriving just in the nick of time. Of course, not without a special guest visiting the senator on the night before.
Lorik, would you please fetch that?
Yes, of course. Lorik opens the door.
Lorik, you open the door. You see a hooded figure, a little bit of white hair peeking out. And as the doors open for her, she tosses the hood back, and Clementine is standing in your doorway.
The senator performs excellently at the debate, even announcing his new relationship with Cyrus Bowen of Varanth.
Great. So let's just hop straight into the debate issue number 1. Mayor Smalls, you're going to get to go first here. We're talking about social issues here, and so we want to hear mostly about your kind of views and policies regarding the forest fire in the Enchanted Forest that's just recently happened, as well as your view on women's progression. I was devastated to hear about what has happened in the Enchanted Forest. And my condolences and prayers to Senator Tashad for witnessing it and to the displaced Druid refugees that have been affected. I believe that gathering volunteers to clean up the destruction within the forest is crucial. But even more than that, now is the time to direct governmental funding into infrastructure. With better constructed roads that go around the Enchanted Forest, the foot traffic and consequent loss due to individuals falling victim to the pixie populations within that would lessen severely. And with that, destruction like this would not occur.
I do agree that we should work towards that, but that's not the primary goal here. We are looking at people who have been displaced, who are refugees now. That should be our primary goal with the Enchanted Forest. And to touch on something that Smalls did not touch on, women's progression. Now, that's a rather important topic I'd like to talk about. It is commonplace in the upper sex of the wealthier in Imperia to have brides, to accept dowries for these women as if they are objects, to be placed with certain men deemed higher than me or Smalls here. I would like to funnel sources into stopping that. We're becoming a society where the individuals, the foundation, women as the foundation of our society, can be individuals as they should be, not used as trophies and barters.
Finally, just before leaving Imperia for good, the envoy helps to end the Great Holy War by stopping the Empyrean from waking up to his full power.
You are not worthy to speak my name, let alone call upon my power. And your blasphemy ends here.
And with a wave of his hand, divine energy erupts, engulfing Aurelia and Corvin in radiant light and storming fury, and in an instant, they are no more, reduced to nothing but ash and scattered echoes of their screams. Empyrean then turns to you all.
And you, envoy, you have watched, followed, but you are different. What purpose do you serve in a world so full of betrayal and deceit?
Is this the great Arcanian envoy? For honor, for glory, for alliance? Is this who will avenge Tandem Arcanum's death? Senator Maverick Tashad III of Imperia.
Murderer.
Theo Holloway, the apprentice of the monks of the Tranquil Lotus. prophet. Bart from BTS. Gossip mongrel. Cyrus Bowen from Varanth. The Executioner. Princess Kiana Hold of Abyssalia. Not so innocent. Lorik of Abyssalia. Weapon of mass destruction. And waiting to pounce.
Hello again. I'm Megan, and I play